Hello, my name's Kerry Taylor, and a few months ago we had to replace the gas valve on our water heater, and while the plumber was here, he told me that every few months it's a good idea to flush the sediment from the water heater because that would increase the life of the water heater. So the first thing I will do is turn the dial down on the gas valve to a low setting so that the water heater doesn't start up and try to heat while I'm flushing the sediment out. Now this isn't a required step, it's just that I don't want the water heater trying to heat water while I'm flushing the sediment out of the water tank. The next thing I will do is attach a garden hose to the drain valve on the water tank. And this is just your run-of-the-mill everyday garden hose. Once I have the fitting tightened on the valve, what I will do is take my pliers and just snug the fitting so that the fitting doesn't leak when I'm draining the tank. Another thing I'm going to do is remove the cover from my floor drain. Now this isn't a required step to take, but I like to do it in my house because when I'm running water out the hose, if I leave the cover on the floor drain, it tends to splatter all over the concrete. So if I remove the cover, it's just a way to keep water from splattering all over the floor. Okay, it's time to open up the valve and see what comes out the hose. Now this valve doesn't have a handle on it, it's got a slot in the top of it. So with my screwdriver I'm opening the valve counterclockwise, and that should start pushing water out the hose. So what's coming out the hose initially is pretty ugly. It's pretty dark, a reddish color, a reddish rust looking color. And it's been 3 months since I flushed it last, so this looks like it was time that it needs it again. Now what I'm going to do is open the valve until it's fully opened and let it flush the water tank until the water coming out the hose clears up. So I've been flushing a couple minutes and the water is starting to clear up. So what I think I'll do is give it another minute or so and make sure that it stays clear. In my case, I'm guessing I ran the water with the valve full open probably between 3 and 4 minutes before the water cleared up. So now that I have clear water, what I'm going to do is shut the valve off, undo the hose, and put the cover back on the drain. With the hose removed and the floor drain cover put back on, the last thing I want to check for is that the drain valve doesn't drip or leak water. The final thing to do is go to the gas valve and turn the temperature dial on the gas valve back to where it was before I flushed the tank.